Have you ever wondered why the narcissist can never seem to find happiness, no matter what they do, not even when they paint you out to be the solution to all their problems? It's all a flimsy fabrication, a carefully crafted illusion that they've woven. So in today's video, I'm going to take a deep dive into the reasons behind why the narcissist can never achieve true happiness with anyone. You definitely don't want to miss out on this one. Hey there, it's me again. Hoping you're having an amazing day and are ready to join me on this wild ride. We all know that I discuss narcissism a lot, but trust me, this is like nothing you've heard before. We'll be delving into how your ex-narcissist can never be truly happy with anyone they're with. Maybe you've seen your ex-narcissist move on and find someone new, or perhaps they even cheated on you, leaving you questioning your self-worth. But don't be fooled into thinking that their new relationship will be all sunshine and rainbows. In this video, I'm going to illuminate why the narcissist can never be happy with anyone. But before we dive in, listen up. I've got a free course on narcissism that might interest you. Check out the description box for details. Okay, now if you find yourself pondering why the narcissist just can't seem to find the happiness that they so desperately crave, despite going to great lengths to make it appear otherwise, let's get to the bottom of it. It's perplexing, to say the least. How can someone delude themselves and others into thinking they're overjoyed when they're not? To the average person, the narcissist's life seems to be overflowing with joy, but don't let the glitz and glam fool you. It's all a facade, a thinly veiled mask that they wear to hide the suffering, anxiety, and negativity that they carry deep within. They're constantly ruminating, perpetually trapped in their own thoughts, without any source of calm or peace in sight. That's why they feel the need to convince others that they're happy. But let's be real, if everything was truly fine, would they behave the way they do? Absolutely not. They suffer from an attachment disorder that prevents them from forming healthy connections with others. And when they finally do make a connection, they're incapable of terminating it in a healthy manner. So they wind up creating this fake version of themselves, a toxic happiness that they project out into the world. But underneath it all, they're living in a reality that's full of negativity, emptiness, and toxicity. So, let me ask you this. How can they treat you in such a terrible manner? How can they make you feel so small and unloved? It's because they're tangled up in their own mess. They can't form healthy attachments, so they slather their poison on anyone who might be susceptible to it. But not us. We see through their facade. We know the truth about the narcissist, and that's why we're done with them. It's a strange reality, isn't it? To think that someone who can't connect with another person is out of sync with themselves. But it makes sense. How can they ever bond with someone else when they're struggling to connect with their own soul? It's impossible. It defies all rational thinking. Their disconnect goes deeper than just physical or psychological barriers. There's a spiritual fracture that's been imprinted into their very being. It's a twisted echo of early life patterns, deeply rooted in childhood experiences and the dysfunction they witnessed from their parents. It is now woven into their adult behavior, a twisted mental blueprint of perpetuating cycle after cycle of dysfunction. They follow the same pattern of behavior with everyone, using people as disposable tools to achieve their ends because that's what they think is expected of them. They manipulate and maneuver at every turn, but they never reveal their true emotions. Instead, they present a kaleidoscope of confusing emotions, refracted and distorted to deflect attention away from who they really are. They round their edges and create a mirage of confidence, but it's nothing but a mask hiding the deep well of dysfunction within. This illusion is their magic show, and you are just an audience member, hoping to catch a glimpse of the real person behind the curtain. But beware, because the game is rigged, and they are masters of deception. The truth can be their undoing, and so they guard it carefully with all the might they can muster. Narcissists can never allow themselves to expose their vulnerable side or exhibit genuine emotions. They've been concealing it for so long that it seems like they've forgotten how to open up. But even though they keep their true emotions under lock and key, it gushes out in other ways. That's why they have so many different personalities, never quite authentic, always hiding behind a guise. It's like they compartmentalize themselves in different situations with different people, just like the countless fake characteristics they carry with them. They're always trying to fit in and adapt to their surroundings to maintain their image and status. But try as they might, they can never find happiness in this way. How can someone feel truly elated by pretending to be something they're not? The root cause is deep-seated, stemming from their childhood. Their parents either wanted them to be an extension of themselves or forced them to adjust to fit their mold, effectively stamping out their individuality and uniqueness. This habit carries forward to their adulthood as they repeat the same pattern with each new relationship. All the love bombing, mirroring, and molding themselves happened only because they weren't being authentic. But we both fell into their trap, didn't we? Narcissists can never seem to hold on to their true, authentic selves, constantly swapping personalities to suit their surroundings. It's all part of their survival mode to find acceptance and maintain their image and status, but this behavior only makes them miserable at the end of the day. Their need to conform started in childhood, when they learned to mold themselves into something their parents wanted them to be, instead of accepting them for who they were. It's a cycle they continued as adults, using love bombing and mirroring to convince their partners that they were their soulmates. But the truth is quite different. The narcissist changes so frequently that they lose their identity, becoming ashamed of who they are. So they never truly find happiness, and their anxiety remains at an all-time high. As the relationship comes to an end, they might start projecting their problems onto their partner through angry outbursts and blaming, seeking to maintain their control and dominance. But all they really achieve is driving away the people they supposedly care about. How can anyone be happy when they're constantly pretending to be someone they're not? A lack of authenticity, a lack of anchorage in the moment, and constant distractions will only obliterate any feelings of joy or fulfillment. The narcissist is unhappy with who they are, which means they'll never find true happiness with anyone else, including you. The emotional landscape of a narcissist is a roller coaster, with happiness and contentment seemingly elusive. The moments when they appear to be happy are often merely a facade constructed to fulfill their desires. Their focus is on meeting their needs, seeking attention, or securing success in beneficial situations. It becomes clear that it's not about you, but rather about them. Though it may be a dysfunctional approach, it's their response to trauma and how they navigate intense environments. By projecting their issues onto others, narcissists escape accountability for their behavior, actions, or words. They constantly externalize blame and seek validation since they cannot provide it for themselves. Narcissists rely on others to regulate their emotions as they lack the ability to self-soothe. As a result, they will never be truly satisfied with anyone. Even when it appears that an ex-narcissist has moved on and is seemingly thriving, it's all a facade, a smokescreen masking the reality. Navigating this emotional turbulence may be overwhelming, but remember, you're not in this alone. If you need someone to talk to, there are free courses and even one-to-one consultations available. Just check the description box below for more information. So, go ahead and dive in, knowing that you have support during this journey. Until next time, let the healing begin.
So, everyone, we all know narcissism is a complex personality disorder characterized by an insatiable desire for attention, admiration, and validation. Narcissists thrive on the validation of others, making the concept of happiness a fleeting and unattainable one for them. The reason why narcissists can never be happy lies in the very nature of their disorder. Their constant need for attention and validation is a result of a deep-rooted insecurity and fear of not being good enough. As a result, narcissists are trapped in a constant cycle of seeking validation and never feeling satisfied. Their desire for admiration becomes an addiction, and they are unable to find happiness without feeding this addiction. The perplexity of a narcissist's mind can be overwhelming even to the most experienced of mental health professionals. Their thoughts are often consumed with fantasies of grandeur, and their behavior often borders on obsessive and controlling. The burstiness of their emotions is also a crucial factor in why narcissists can never be happy. They are often prone to outbursts of rage and frustration when they feel that their needs are not being met. This burstiness can be unpredictable and can leave those around them feeling uneasy and uncertain. And despite their outward confidence and arrogance, the truth is that narcissists are deeply insecure and unhappy individuals. Their constant need for validation and attention stems from a place of deep-seated insecurity and lack of self-worth. The isolation phase of their disorder only serves to compound their unhappiness. They are often unable to form deep, meaningful connection with others, and their relationships are often built on a foundation of manipulation and control. The perplexity of their emotions and thoughts can also lead to a sense of confusion and disillusionment, making it difficult for them to find meaning and purpose in their lives. The world of a narcissist can be a lonely and unhappy one that is consumed by a constant desire for validation. The bursts of their emotions often leave them feeling isolated and depressed, with feelings of emptiness and lack of fulfillment despite their material success and indulgences. The paradox of narcissism is that while it is a disorder that is characterized by a deep-seated desire for happiness, it is also a condition that makes it impossible for the individuals to ever truly achieve it. Narcissists can never be happy because their disorder prevents them from experiencing the deep sense of contentment and fulfillment that comes from within. They are constantly searching for external validation, and as a result, they are unable to find true happiness that comes from a sense of inner peace and understanding. So, in conclusion, narcissism is a disorder that is characterized by a constant need for attention and validation. Narcissists are unable to find true happiness because their disorder prevents them from experiencing the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from within. Their perplexity and burstiness only serve to compound their unhappiness, leaving them feeling isolated, confused, and empty. Only through self-reflection, empathy, and self-awareness can a narcissist find true happiness and satisfaction in their life, which is not very likely. Well, I hope you find this video informative, and if you have anything to add to this discussion, please don't hesitate to write them down in the comment section below. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and until next time, have a nice day and thanks for watching everyone.